Looks like we made it here in one piece. Okay.
Seriously?
Well...
What the? Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over.
This flavor, why it... I wonder what we'll find out there this time. Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon. I mean, other than them.
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
Try harder! My turn!
This one's mine! Blazer Spear! They rest evil! You gotta jump for cover, okay? Please, Blazer!
Their arcs were interrupted.
You make quick work of them.
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
The heavens must be smiling.
It's on!
A freezing storm! None shall escape my shield!
This one's mine!
It's
I'll
over!
take out the leg with my shield!
Here I go! I'm only
You're
getting
mine!
started!
You're finished!
Tiger Blade! Power of water!
Burn in hell!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Oroshi's fury!
Take it!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for! Get behind it!
Good.
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo. Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo. Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Gotta break through! Azure Storm!
Glacial spear. Here's evil.
I'll smash you! They got me blind! Oroshi's fury!
Tiger Blade!
I'm only
Azure
getting
Storm! Eat this!
A charge like that could easily be
Make it
fatal.
rain! Just as well I'm here.
This one's got your name on it!
Acid to acid.
There! And again! Magna Ray!
You're mine! Azure Storm! Oroshi's fury!
I wish I could throw like you, Law.
You wish to learn my secrets, young Nelson?
Yes, Master.
Make it rain!
You want Grandmaster Kisara for that?
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
There's something in the water. I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands.
But how did you catch them?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a...
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds... Now where might those fish be? Ha! Nothing's biting. Looks like I lost it. we go. Looks like I hooked a pretty rare fish.
There certainly are a wide array of fish on Dana.
Ha! Is this what I think it is? I did it! But I'm not gonna quit now.
Are we going to be able to finish all that?
Looks like I lost it. Hup. Nothing's biting. And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old... So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little...
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. Ha! I've got something. You've gotta know when to quit. I've got something. Anybody could reel in that.
Not too shabby, friend.
All right. Well, it's not bad, per se.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
Could it be? Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
A fish! You saw it too, right? All right. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Not too shabby, friend.
Now where might those fish be? There we go. Anybody could reel in that.
That went pretty well.
Hup. All right. Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
There's something in the water.
There we go. Anybody could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
Reel it in. I'll catch something bigger next time.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
I've got something. That's not a fish I see often.
I see you've gotten even better at this.
Yeah! All right. That's not a fish I see often.
I see you've gotten even better at this.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!
We're in for a long slog with this one. Tiger Blade! The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Reload for the weak point. Let's tear them up.
It's over! Its armor's too strong! Split it open!
Be my guest!
My turn!
Here's a healing art. First aid.
Take this!
I'm on the rock.
Ready and rare! Armor won't save you!
By the power of water. Just
Take this!
annihilation.
I'll finish
My
you
head's
here and
spinning
now!
just watching you.
I'm not feeling so great.
Healing circle.
Now I can let loose.
Take this!
This one's mine.
Confiscated.
Flaming meteor! Denied!
Flame of fury.
Swallow dare! What's this?
I'll heal you all.
Time to heal! All right.
You picked the wrong fight.
I'll stop your charge.
Thanks,
We've
Isara.
all got enough on our plate.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's keep up the pressure. On guard. Crescent moon.
Here.
Tiger Blade.
I'm impressed.
Now I'm real mad!
All right.
Here. The sky is mine. I'll heal you all.
Now you got it! Throw away! Take this!
Well, this one's
You're
mine.
mine! Azure Storm! Throw away! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
There.
I'm on it! Now you see what I can do!
Coming through.
Take this!
It's on!
This one's mine.
Double dance! Now I'm in the groove!
Burn!
Tiger push. Ready to go.
You're mine!
Freeze Lancer.
Orochi Fury!
I'll work you through!
All right. Let me
First
out.
aid! Rip and tear! Lost my focus!
Lunar Corruption. Desperate spin. Seven Eye Alpha.
Azure Storm!
Tiger Blade. Magna Ray. Far enough. Will this help? Rolling Storm.
Orochi Fury!
Healing Sun.
I owe you one.
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be compelling here.
Nope, that is silly.
Azure Storm!
Here, let me help. Tiger Blade.
Orochi Fury!
Watch
I
this!
owe you one for that. Desperate spin.
Azure Storm!
Tiger Blade.
Now or never.
Seven Eye Alpha.
Orochi Fury! This
Where
one's
are you
all mine.
going? Time to shine.
Take this! Azure Storm!
Shattering
It's
Ice.
over!
Attack time.
Orochi
Here's the
Fury.
Flame of Fury. Burning.
Not today!
Talon Hurricane.
Here I come!
Rip and
Orochi
tear.
Fury.
Crescent Moon. Tiger Blade. Talon Hurricane.
Now you see what I can do!
By the power of water.
Here I come. Orochi Fury!
This one is mine.
It's over!
Get ready.
Azure Storm! Rimmer!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Take this!
One more. Tiger
Orochi
Blade. Ready to
Fury!
go.
Azure Storm!
Rip and tear.
No escape!
It looks like we made a match. Here.
You're mine!
Flaming meteor.
I'm on it!
Seven Eye Alpha.
That move!
I'm gone.
Here comes the big one!
More. Tiger Blade. Talon Hurricane.
Never miss!
That's freaking
Orochi Fury!
going in.
This one's all
Heal you
mine!
all!
Azure Storm!
Tiger Blade.
Healing circle!
That's the spot.
None shall escape
Light
my
up your
judgment!
sword. All right.
Orochi Fury! Eat this!
Anything in armor is
Yeah.
all mine!
You're on.
Take this!
Dazzling spin.
It's over!
Tiger Blade.
I'm on a roll now!
Dazzling
Try harder!
spin.
My turn! Here I come!
Cyan instant!
Time to
Orochi
shine.
Fury!
Smash you!
I'll heal you all!
Azure Storm!
Look sharp.
Orochi Fury!
Healing circle!
Flaming meteor.
Take this!
Glimmer dragon.
Lunar corruption!
This one's mine. By the power of
Orochi
water.
Fury!
Hear me!
Look
Flame
sharp.
of fury!
Crescent Moon. Talon Hurricane.
Azure Storm!
Nothing gets by me.
Here's a healing
Orochi
art!
Fury! This
Denied.
one's all mine!
First aid!
All right.
Take this!
Where was I?
Here's the seal!
Orochi Fury!
Glacial spear!
Tiger Blade.
Ignite!
Take Bolero.
Freeze
Orochi
Lancer!
Fury!
Here's a healing art! Don't mind if I do!
Take Bolero.
First aid!
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
None shall escape my judgment!
You're mine!
Guardian Field.
Orochi Fury!
I'll end you.
Azure Storm!
Hurricane.
Orochi Fury!
Time to charge. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa.
Here's a healing art! First aid!
Now you see what I can do!
Where was I?
Into the shadows!
Score. So now you're getting
I
serious?
never miss!
Now or never.
Piercing roar.
Magna Ray!
Savage roar.
Annihilation! Magna Ray!
This one's all mine!
It's
Hurricane.
right! Watch out!
Eat this!
Healing circle!
Think far enough.
What a relief!
Falling storm.
Azure Storm!
Tiger
Orochi
Blade.
Fury!
Big blast.
Lost my focus!
Burning strike!
Falling
Art
storm.
steel!
Hurricane.
Tiger
Tiger
Blade
Blade.
in your dreams!
Rip and tear. Piercing
Lunar
roar.
corruption!
You're mine!
Down spin.
I'm on it!
Annihilation!
Not my finest!
Magna
I'm
Ray!
gone.
Here, let me help!
Tiger Blade.
I can't heal you
Appreciate
forever!
the help. Dazzling spin.
Radiant blood! Spirit flame!
Falling
Reload!
storm. Piercing roar.
Downfall!
Primed and ready.
House!
Dazzling spin.
Here, let me help! First aid!
Piercing roar.
Radiant
Look
here!
sharp.
Where are you going?
Nothing gets by me. Tiger Blade.
I'm all
Far
stuffed
enough.
up! Annihilation!
back from death's abyss! Resuscitation!
Not done yet.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Swallow blade. Try this.
Resuscitation!
Now or never.
Go! Cyan Instant! Tiger Blade! Take it!
Nice work.
Can't get out of this!
Click spin!
Orochi's fury.
One inch blade! Here!
First strike.
Nothing can end! Here's the healing going in! Save!
This one's all mine.
Tiger Blade!
Azure Storm. You picked the wrong fight.
Coming down! Rise and red!
Orochi's fury.
Smash you!
It looks like you made a
mad.
never miss!
Piercing roar!
Talent Storm! This one's mine! Moving in lightning! Wait!
Here comes something
Try
big!
to dodge!
Orochi's fury.
Make it rain!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action.
How's that for a kick? I'm getting better, right?
Quite. I'll be relying on your fancy footwork.
Does fancy footwork mean running away like a chicken?
No!
All done. Come.
Okay.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Okay, off we go.
Piercing ray!
Here
goes!
it does it!
Where's the shot?
Surfing knuckle!
It's over!
Throbbed in pain.
Watch it! I'm gone! Eat this!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Orochi's Fury!
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want.
Don't take your hand off.
These
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. There's something in the water.
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey, though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it.
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing.
Sorry. It's not that easy, Shake. You can never be too prepared, but I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to...
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm...
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut...
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including...
You flatter me. But my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing...
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
I must admit, I'm rather proud of this dish.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes.
You said it, not me. Anyway,
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when...
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, we're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit...
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our... See you tomorrow. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now.
This sure is one rugged road.
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in... For you, it may be a simple request. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it...
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it...
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that, much like the Danons in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danons in Calaglia have been Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in